Hey guys, Darren here with The Wandering Fool, and I haven't made a video in a while, and so I wanted to go ahead and make a new one. First and foremost, I wanted to say to anyone watching this, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's your love and support that has encouraged me to post as much as I do and to be free with my thoughts and free with my mind and do things like make this video for you. So, why did I decide to make this video today after not making one for a while? Well, as you can see, something's missing, my beard, and uh, and so the story is, have a date tonight. Went to the barber, to clean it up, and uh, I told the barber, I'm trying to grow this out. I'm trying to grow this out. Leave this part long, and and kind of shape it up for me. And so he's like, yeah, yeah, I got it. I even showed him a picture of what of me, how I wanted my beard to look, how it looked like 6 months ago, right? And then what I was trying to do, because this isn't the first time something like this has happened here in Morocco. So, anyways, you lean back, dude starts cutting my beard. I look up and I scream, "What the fuck did you do?" And I grabbed it, and there's like this much is all I got left. That's all he left for me. And and so a year and a half ago when I got here, my beard was down to here. And so for me, this thing keeps happening. This is the third time in Morocco, well, actually the fourth time in Morocco that the barber has cut my beard way, way shorter. And it takes a long time to grow out, a long, long time. And so I was so angry with the guy, right? I lost my fucking mind. He wasn't even done with my beard cut, and I just fucking like ripped the thing off, and I was gone. I was like, fuck you. I was angry, like Ugly Darren came out. But I explained to him what I wanted, and he was like all nods, and he didn't give me what I wanted, like you ask someone for a meal and they bring you something else, it's like, no, that's not what I wanted, and but a meal you can just take it back and bring something back. This is like months and months and months. um so anyway, so like, why am I making a video about it, right? Well, so I get back here to my apartment and just angry, right? Angry, angry. So I'm like, Darren, what the fuck? It's like on one hand, I'm like, it's just a beard, like you look fine, no one's gonna notice, nobody's gonna care, like whatever. But on the other hand, I'm like I have this emotional anger that's inside of me. Like, how do I get rid of that? How do I transmute that? Because it sounds silly, right, to get angry over such a thing, but um and so I'm thinking about it, right? Like when I get triggered now, I'm like, okay, Darren, why are you being such an idiot about this? Like, what is it that is the reason that you're having this emotional reaction? Like this like, I don't get emotional about anything. And then I'm having this real, like, visceral emotional reaction within me to this thing, right? And so I'm like, what the fuck, Darren? And so I start like memories start playing in my head. It's like you ask, and then you're kind of like, at least in my mind, like I ask, and then I'm like guided to the answers, right? Like, what emotions in me is this stirring up? Like why am I so attached to this, right? Well, like growing up, I had a very controlling mother, and my hair had to be a way that she approved of always. Um, and one time, she gave me money and let me go down to the barber shop by myself, and I went, and I was in the '80s, and it was cool to have the lines in your head. And so I got lines cut into my head. And I still had short hair, it looked good. And I came home and she lost her mind. And she made me get a razor and shave my head just like this. Um, And so that was in like, okay, Darren, why are you crying about your childhood, right? Well, then, I spent 20 years in the military. And so in the military, you have to keep your hair short and be clean shaven. And so, there's that, so I haven't had control of my own appearance my whole life until about 4 years ago. And so for me, my beard kind of became a symbol of like it represented my freedom, And then the other thing too is as I started awakening, I would sit there on the couch and just ponder and stroke my beard. It's like the cliche, a wise man who like strokes his beard while he's thinking. Well, I do that. Um, and so for me, like having a long beard, it was more of a functional thing for me. Um, and so it's like when it's short, I notice it all the time because my hand is going like that. And then the other thing too is like when I look at this guy, like me recording this video right now, I don't like the guy I see in the camera. Um, and I'm realizing that, the more of my face that I see, the more of me that I see. And the me that I see was the pre-beard me, the military me, the brainwashed, enslaved me. And so like when I look in the mirror now, like I don't see like powerful, free Darren, I see like meek, like cheap Darren. And so it throws me back kind of out of my power, not having it. And it's like I know like this is as short as it's been since like 2020. And so like now every time I touch it, I'm reminded that it's not there. I'm reminded of that Darren that existed in 2020, that Darren that I've been healing from ever since. And so, I always say this, another part of this, another aspect of this is that I say this, is that the universe will trigger us with our attachments. And so this is not the first time this has happened to me since I've been in Morocco. This is the fourth time this has happened. And every time I have the same reaction. And if I seem nervous right now, I'm not nervous because I'm on camera. I'm nervous because I'm transmuting these emotions through this video. But yeah, like I was saying, like the universe, God, the algorithm, the teacher, whatever you want to call it, it's always teaching us lessons. It's always triggering our attachments and triggering our insecurities to get us to go inward. So, like, this is the lesson for me, is to let go. Is to let go of that old me and realize that the dude in the mirror is this version of me, which is the best version of me that's ever existed and the most powerful version of me that's ever existed. And so that's the lesson that the universe has given me through taking my beard. Um, and so it's okay because I get to share that lesson with you. Um, and it's an experiential thing, it gets to show you like what I'm talking about when I talk about these patterns, these things that keep happening to us, right? This is one of these things that happened to me, it's outside of my control. I thought the dude knew exactly what I wanted, you know? And so that was the universe. That was God acting through him, And it's easy to talk about this stuff when we're like in a good state of mind, right? But like when we're in a bad state of mind is when this stuff needs to come to the surface. And that's when we really need to have faith in it. And so, like, that dude was God's hand teaching me a lesson. The dude before him was God's hand teaching me a lesson. And finally, I see the lesson, you know. I keep telling you guys I'm stubborn, you know. It takes me a while. It takes me a while. I'm prideful, and I'm trying to break that, you know. Um, so, like, like I was attached to my beard for, a lot of emotional reasons, for a lot of, um, you know, my history, yeah, a lot of the past me was attached to my beard, Past me saw facial hair as freedom, and so that's part of me that I need to let go of and make peace with, make peace with and then let go of. So, anyways, like, thanks for listening to me rant. Thanks for being part of my process as always, because like this stuff helps me to put it out. Because this negative energy, like if I keep it inside of me, if I keep this anger inside of me without like alchemizing it and doing something with it and throwing it back into the universe, then that's the type of shit that eats me alive. Um, but if I can look at this video, and someone out there appreciates it, and someone else out there can use it as an affirmation for their own journey, and help to kind of reframe something that's going on in their mind, then that's healing, and being able to share it with you, is healing for me. So, thanks for being part of my process as always, because I don't just do this for you, I do it for me. And not for notoriety or anything like that, because it helps me to believe in myself. Because every one of you who supports me, every one of you who loves me, every one of you who believes in me, is an affirmation to myself that it's safe for me to believe in myself. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And thanks for supporting the Facebook page. Really, really, your likes, your comments, your shares, like it all helps with the algorithm. So like, yeah, you guys, please keep liking, commenting, sharing, because the more you do, the more people, get to see, if you find value in what I'm doing, and then then others will too. So, right now the page is doing awesome, and I'm so grateful for that. It's a big affirmation of my work. So, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So enjoy your weekend, and all the love.